Hey friends, it's me Stace. Today we're making two cards. I'll be using two different stamp sets. This one is called Palm Leaf Flowers from Life's Crafts. It's a really pretty floral image. This one is called Cute Monsters, and this is from BB Crafts. It does have the coordinating die set. I'm not using the dies, I'm just going to use the monsters. I already have my cards prepped, so I have a piece of brown cardstock, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, with a piece of white on top that measures 4 by 5 1/4. My yellow one is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4, with a white piece on top that measures 4 by 5 1/4. So we're going to be using some clear embossing powder, some eyeshadow, and mica powder. All right, so what I want to do is take a little cup, and we're going to grab some clear embossing powder, and then we're going to add in some of the mica powder. You obviously want more of the clear embossing powder than you do the other pieces, or the mica powder or the eyeshadow. So I'm just going to grab like just a scoop here, and then use the spoon to kind of mix it in. I seen this technique on YouTube and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta try it. So I thought we would try it today with mica powder as well as the eyeshadow. All right, so I have that mixed up. I can still see some white on the bottom. So I'm actually going to take another container and just dump that into that to get all that white that I have in there. And then give it another stir. You want to make sure it's mixed really, really well. All right, so hopefully that'll be enough. All right, so that one is good. I'm going to take a little paper towel or a coffee filter and just wipe this out, because now this one's going to be the eyeshadow. So again, I'm just going to put some clear embossing powder in there. Then for my eyeshadow, I'm going to take this little cup here, and we're going to see how this works. So this is LA Colors eyeshadow. I've had it for a while. And I'm looking for a shimmery one. Maybe we'll try, let me see. I'm going to use the same color for the monster. So I'm going to use the purple right here. So I'm going to grab another little spoon, and I'm basically going to dig this out of here. All right, let's go ahead and take the spoon. I'm going to put it in my little container right here. Now the eyeshadow obviously is much cheaper than embossing powder, right? Because like I said, I got this from the Dollar Tree. Just empty that out. The thing is, you want to make sure it's crushed really, really fine. So I'm taking it like in the corner, taking the back of my spoon and just swishing it. But it's a great way to add coloring, I think, to embossed images by just buying clear embossing powder, right? You don't need to buy the fancy colors, just buy the clear. And if this method works, you can make your own. All right, so I have that there. I'm just going to take some of the eyeshadow and put that in there. And again, we're going to give it a little mix, enough to where we see the color. So I can see the eyeshadow doesn't go as far as the mica powder does. Right now we have like a really pale purple. So I'm going to grab some more of that eyeshadow powder and put that in there. Just mix it up. Then what I like to do is take, because I can still see a good amount of white there, dump it out into another container. See all the white I had? You want to make sure this is all mixed in. So I'm just going to thoroughly mix this up, and you can see the color purple we have. It's actually a pretty color purple. All right, so we have that. All right, now, so we have our purple and we have our yellow. Let's go ahead and solid these aside, otherwise I'm going to make a mess. And we have our card bases. All right, so what I'm going to do is grab my cutting board here and make some room. Okay, I did not, you know, I'm normally known for like pre-filming, already having a plan. Today we're kind of just winging it, right? So I thought we would just kind of do it today and chat a little bit. Now I'm looking for my acrylic block for this big old stamp I have right there. And I think I need to use this ginormous one. Then I need one for the monsters. All right, so this one right here. All right, so what I want to do first is, let's do the yellow one. So I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper, and I'm actually going to be using my, because they're right here, my room diagrams. Okay, we're going to put that there. And we're going to put our stamp on here. take our stamp off of that, put it on our block here, put all these things back in that little container or envelope there. All right, so I have this on here. Now what I want to do before I actually do it to my card, I'm going to take this little embossing buddy. It's basically like a little pouch filled with cornstarch or talcum powder. And I'm going to do that really well. This way it keeps the static away. Okay. All right, so I have my Versamark. I think I'm going to use my old one. I'm just going to use the old one. So I have two. I have one that's clean and one that's dirty. They both work really well. All right, so we're going to ink this up pretty well. I'm actually going to bring in this foam mat as well to go under there. Okay, so we're going to ink that up and we're going to stamp it down and then press really well and then pick it up. All right, I'm going to put that aside, close my lid. This is how they get dirty, so I don't close my lid. All right, we're going to sprinkle our embossing powder on it, and this one we're going to do in the yellow. Let's go ahead and grab that. This was with the mica powder. Because I may not have enough here, but we're gonna try it. Oh, I have plenty. Oh my gosh, it has such a pretty sparkle to it. Okay, so, all right, I'm going to go ahead and take this and put this back in here. Now, you can always save these colors. I mean, it's embossing powder, right? All right, so we're going to set that one aside, set this aside, and oh my gosh, look at the shimmer on that card. Do you see it? I'm going to pat it off a good amount. Okay, now we're going to heat emboss it. Let me grab something to hold this down. I'm going to grab these tweezers right here, just to hold it. I'm going to hold it this way, so I'm right-handed. All right, so I'm going to use my heat tool. I'll probably fast forward through this part, and maybe I'll zoom in as well. Oh my gosh, my cord is all tangled. All right, I'm going to grab this, and we're going to heat emboss it. I'm going to fast forward it and probably zoom you guys in. Okay, and that is stunning. Do you see that? I'm going to go over it. So it has that raised effect to it. I still do feel some powder on there. So I'm going to take it again. Okay. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Hope you can see that. Let's try this light over here. It might give you more light. Okay. Can you see that now? So pretty. And it definitely has a sparkle there. But I do see that there's mica powder all over the card. Like there's that little bit of shadow in the background. So I'm going to take a coffee filter, see if we can kind of buff this off a little bit. You can see it's sticking. It's not going anywhere. That is so pretty. So pretty. All right, that's going to go on our yellow card. So that's not stunning. I might put some black behind it. I think I might put some black behind it. All right, let's go ahead and try the Munsters with the purple, the eyeshadow. All right, we're just going to grab, let me see what Munsters I want to use. I'm going to use two Munsters, and they're both going to be the same color. I'm going to use this big guy. He's my favorite. This is such a fun stamp set, little Munsters. You know, it's Halloweenish, but they're Munsters, but they're cute. They're not those scary, creepy kind that go under the beds. These ones are friendly. I'm just going to grab another one. I'm going to grab this little bat one right here. We're going to grab him. All right, so I got my Munsters on my block. I'm going to do the same thing. Bring this foam piece in. Bring another piece of my paper over here. You know, I actually enjoy this kind of crafting, right? Where we're just chatting, not really planning anything out, just kind of winging it, right? All right, so same idea, the embossing buddy, or a sock filled with cornstarch or talcum powder. I'm sure it'll work, or a stocking. Maybe not a stocking, it might be too tight. All right, so just kind of get this on there, rub it around a little bit. This releases the static. Let's grab our, nope, not that one. I want to grab the old one. And we're going to ink up this little Munster as well as this one. All right, and we are going to put him in the middle. like such. Oh, look at that. And I want to put this one kind of up here. And I think I might do a third Munster. You can tell I did not clean these stamps after I used them. Bad Stacy. Always got to clean your stamps when you're done. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab another Munster here. This one right here. And again, we're going to ink him up. This is why this gets dirty, because I did not clean my stamps before that. All right, we're going to put that right here. Okay, so there we have that. Let's get rid of that scuff right there. All right, we're going to do our purple embossing powder. I mean, embossing powder is expensive. It really is. So this is a great way just to buy one embossing powder, you know, the clear, then pick up some eyeshadow, you know. I'm not even sure if this is, I think this is probably like a matte eyeshadow, but you can pick up eyeshadow very inexpensive at the Dollar Tree. All right, so there's our Munsters. Cute. Just going to put this back in our little container. All right, and put this paper away. And remove this. And now we're going to emboss these little guys. Close that back up. We're done with that. Let's grab our tweezers, which are right here. And the U-tool. And we're going to emboss these guys up. Okay. So these ones are embossed. I do see the shine. Now, when I compare the two, so this is eyeshadow, this is mica powder. The mica powder seems to have more of a, let me zoom you guys in. All right, see if you can see. There we go, okay? So the mica powder has more of a shine to it because that's the beauty of mica powder. It has that pearlescent look to it. So it definitely shows up more with the mica powder. But the eyeshadow, I think, is a cleaner, it does a cleaner job because if you look at this one, you can see the yellow that are kind of going around the outside of the card. I mean, it's not hard or anything, but it's on there. I can't get it off. I don't have the extra eyeshadow around this card. Yeah, so I kind of like them both. All right, but this one I do think we need to matte this with black. I'm going to stamp on this. Before I stamp on that, I need to trim it down for my card. So where's my trimmer? Have you all seen it? Oh, where's my trimmer? I mean, it's a trimmer, Stace. Is this big? How do you lose a trimmer? It's behind me. Hang on. Okay. All right, we're just going to grab a Cricut trimmer, and we're going to cut this to be shorter. So we're going to go 3 3/4 by 5. This way we can fit our black in there. So I'm going to go 3 and I'm going to do this side. So 3 3/4 is our width, and then 5. What do I want to cut off? Maybe I want to leave. I'm going to cut the top off. So 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to grab some black. I'm actually going to cut this. So I want this to be 5 1/4. So 5 1/4 by 4. And since I already have my cutter out and I have this paper out, I'm going to cut the other one as well. So, oops, sorry about that. 5 1/4 by 4. And I'll just put this in my little tub that I have right over here. So I have a black mat. All right. So we're going to take that on this one. And then, yeah, I definitely like the idea of using the black. All right, we're going to stamp on it. I already have a stamp on my block. It just says, hey there. This is from May Stamp Set. Sunny Hello, it looks like that one there. And we're going to use the black VersaFine ink to kind of pull that black in. All right, so I'm going to ink this up. And I'm going to stamp off first to make sure I don't have any gunk on my stamp. I need a piece of scrap paper. Just to make sure. I have not used this stamp set, so you kind of want to prep it. I think that's perfect. All right, I'm going to ink that up again. I'm going to stamp it right down, actually right on the lower right-hand side. There we go. So I kind of smudged it, but that's okay. Okay, you get the idea. I pushed too hard on it. But we're going to adhere that to the black. I'm just using my advanced tape glider. I'm going to put this on here. I hate when the image comes out so cute and I smudged it. I should have stamped before I embossed it. That's okay. That's all right. And then take our black and adhere that to our yellow. It's actually a really, really pretty card. Isn't that pretty? All right. I will have a close-up of this on my blog, but again, you're going to see the smudge. So ignore the smudge when you also go there. As the Munster card, I'm going to have purple. What do I have over here? Oh, no, I do have a purple. Oh, look at that. It was like meant to be, Stace. All right, we've got a purple one. And we're going to, I think this needs something around it. Don't you think it needs something? What do we got on the stamps that I can use? I'm going to do these little stars because they're, I'm actually going to do these ones. Because they're there. And I'm going to do them in black. Let me grab another block down here. All right, we're going to do these in a black, just kind of around it. Before I do that, though, I'm going to add my greeting. I'm going to do, hey, little Munster, having a screaming, let me see, having a screaming good time. Yeah, we're going to do that one. Let's grab another block. And I do have purple ink. It's Stampin' Up. It's not going to match that. Well, that might match that cardstock. I think this might be paper tray ink. Okay, this is paper tray ink plum pudding, but we're going to use Stampin' Up Gorgeous Grape. Purple's purple. All right, let's ink this up. And again, I'm going to ink off just to make sure, because sometimes with these silicone stamps, you kind of you have to go in there twice. Actually, nope, that's perfect. All right, let's go ahead and stamp that on there. So this is Heavy Screaming Good Time. I'm going to stamp that right at the very top. I'm going to bring it down toward me so I can get it on there straight. All right, push it down. Okay, there we go, is that one. And now we're going to grab the black and just do the little burst of something. I think it just needs something there. I don't want to use purple because I think it's going to overwhelm it. So we're going to use this little star looking thing, right? And we're going to kind of stamp that around. Make it our own background paper, if you will. And we're going to kind of go off as well. Okay, like that. Rotating it. Okay. That way it kind of fills in that dead space we have. All right. We're going to take this one and adhere it to our purple one. And that quickly we have some cards. All right, we're going to put that right here. I don't think this one needs to be matted because it's a lot darker. What do you think? That's super cute, right? So we have that one there. I really do like this one. This is my favorite because the mica powder does have more of a sparkle, but you can feel this. You can feel the texture of this. It is embossed. And how you mix them, I just eyeballed it. You know, you want to obviously have more clear embossing than you do color. Just add enough color to where it colors it. Because if you add too much color, you're going to try embossing eyeshadow, which obviously is not going to do anything. All right, so I'm going to do the insides of the cards so they're done as well. So I'm going to grab 2 pieces of white, 4 by 5 1/4. This one we're going to add to the Munster card. Let's see, we have a little moon, like Saturn, a little spaceship. We're going to add a little spaceship. And then we take this one, wipe this off, put that over there, and this is probably going to be too big. Maybe not. No. Okay, and we're going to do this. We're going to do it in purple because it's on the inside of the card. We can bring out more of that purple. So today is Thursday. I'm actually be working in my room today, emptying out the space, taking the shelving down to get ready for the desk, the L-shaped desk. That's supposed to be here, I want to say the 13th, whatever that is, like next Wednesday or Thursday. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to having the L-shaped desk in here. I just think it's going to answer all of my questions regarding, or meet all my needs with the storage. So I'm excited about that, but I need to clean this room up first. And I need to take all the shelving down, spackle the holes, the whole deal. But I'll be happy when it's over. This way this weekend, hubby and I can build the wall, and I'm not going to be in here. Oh, I smudged it. Dang nabbit. Let me grab that little thingy. Yeah, this is the mono eraser. I need this like in chunky size because I always mess up. I'm always smudging something, right? All right. Super cute there. Look how cute that card is. Right? All right. Let's do this one. Now, I just had the flower image on this one. So I'm actually going to have to incorporate the flower on the inside of the card. So what I'm going to do here, because I have embossing powder on this, is grab a baby wipe, which are not where, okay, right here. And I'm going to clean this really quickly, just to get the embossing powder off. And it is a good idea to do that when you're done, especially using embossing powder because it has that tackiness to it. Just give the stamps a little clean. Take it to the sink if you need to. All right. Let's bring in our other piece of paper here. So I'm going to stamp off to get rid of that baby wipe. See the residue there? That would have been yucky. All right, so just keep on doing this until it dries. I think we're good. Okay. So we have that stamp again. I'm going to grab that same foam mat and our piece of white, which I put right here. And I think I'm going to stamp this in yellow. This is just a Walmart yellow, but I do have Daffodil Delight from Stampin' Up. That's kind of close, right? All right, we're just going to stamp a corner of it. So just kind of up here a little bit. This is probably going to be too dark. Before I do that, I'm actually going to stamp it on here to see if I like this color. Yeah, that's kind of like an orangey color. Daffodil Delight is orange. So we need a different yellow. Do I have another yellow? That's Mango Melody. That's not going to work. I know I have another yellow. So Saffron. There we go. We'll try that one. All right. This is why you stamp off, because that is definitely more yellow. I mean, I could stamp it then stamp it off, but let's going to try the So Saffron. That's also a yellow color. Stamp that. I mean, it's not going to be matchy-matchy, but I want it to be in the same, yeah, see, it's still that. So it might be on my stamp. So what I'm going to do is ink this up. I'm going to grab another piece of scrap paper. I'm going to stamp it off onto this. That is definitely yellow, for sure. All right, stamp it off, and then stamp it on. Okay, a little better. Still has an orange hue to it though, doesn't it? Still does. But we're done. Let's go ahead and adhere this one to the inside. And that one is done as well. So 2 cards, and what are we at? Half hour? 45 minutes? 26 minutes. All right. But we were playing, right? I'm going to get rid of that extra adhesive I have there. All right, so what do you think, my friends? So we have this one. I do love the yellow and the black together. You can always even take like little black pearls and put them in the center. That mica powder with embossing powder is gorgeous. It does have that raised look that embossing powder would give you. Has that metallic finish to it, or that pearlescent finish to it. Then we have the Munsters, which is just a super cute little card in general. You know, I'll probably send this to my grandkids. But again, it has, this one's not as embossed, it's not as raised, but it does have that, if you look at it at a certain angle with light, it does have, you can see it kind of there, it does have that shine to it. But anyway, making our own our own colors of embossing powder. How fun is that, right? As I said, all you need is some clear embossing powder, This is Ranger. Any brand you have will work fine. Just pick up a big jug of that. Get yourself some eyeshadow from the Dollar Tree and you're set. Right? I love this. All right, my friends, there you have it. Just a random crafty video, making some cards using 2 different techniques with embossing powder, eyeshadow and mica powder. I do think the mica powder looks better, but that could be because of the mica powder. You know, that's why it has that really pretty pearlescent look to it. But I think the mushrooms are really cute. I'm so mad I smudged that. I can always, you know what? We can always fix that. You know what? Let's go ahead and fix it real quick. So if you mess up like I do, here's how you fix it. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer again. And we're going to cut a piece of white. Just a smidgen of it. So I'm going to go probably about half an inch. Maybe, yeah, about a half inch. Okay. All right. So I have that there. Now we're going to grab that same Hey There greeting and our VersaFine ink. VersaFine. We're going to stamp this on that again. And we're not going to press that hard this time. Oh, too high. Too high. Let's stamp it on this side. Okay. That one actually looks pretty good. So, because I used my trimmer, it has that yucky blade in, I'm going to take because it has this raised edge, just take a Cricut spatula and just kind of make it go down. But of course, when you do that, when the ink's wet, you get that. Let's going to try it again. Stace? I tell you. Okay, we're going to go a quarter or half of an inch. Let's try this again. This is what happens when I craft. I mess up. I try it again. I mess up. And this is just like a pattern with me. All right, so we have that one there. Okay, I'm going to let this dry for a minute. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. And what I want to do is grab a thin piece of black. Okay, I'm going to bring my trimmer back in here. Do I have any black cardstock that I cut off? I don't think I do. I can't find it if I do. Actually, I do. All right, here's a strip I cut off. We're just going to leave that the way it is. All right, what we're going to do is take this strip and I'm going to glue it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Actually, I'm just going to cut it a little bit here. So this is how you can fix something if you mess up like I do. My glue. My glue has a clog in it, so we're going to use my ATG as well for this one. Okay, so I have my little black strip. We're going to go right over that yucky greeting, the very edge, across like that. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cut it so it's not so long. I probably need to use my trimmer, otherwise it'll be crooked. All right, so let's bring this in here and we're just going to cut that like such. Flip it over, pop it up. Okay, give these guys a little squish. Take the backing off of it. So we are going to fix that card. All right. So nobody will know we have that yucky greeting under there. And we're going to put that pretty much right over our existing greeting so you can't see it. Right? How cute is that? All right, so we have that one and we have the Munster one. All right, now I'm going to let you guys go, okay, before the video gets really long. Any questions, my friends, please let me know. Leave me comments if you had tried this technique with either the eyeshadow or the mica powder or using it with the clear embossing powder. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that one. But as always, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.